Hello, Spectres. Spacey Ghost back from the void. Congrats on the move, Silver. Moving also sucks. As someone who's moved several times in his life. Ooh. Hello, Hobo Senpai. Hello, everyone. That's fair. I I promise I can read, but sometimes I also get confused over font colors and everything. Oh, hi, Becky. Are you enjoying Man of Medan so far? Yes. Yes, yes. Man, some of this stuff is, like, really over-exaggerated to the point where it's, like, more hilarious than scary. But also, where we're at right now is incredibly effective. I don't know who's alive. I don't know if any of this is real. Maybe we're still on the boat, and by the boat I mean Fliss's boat, not this ghost ship boat. Maybe we're still telling spooky stories, and this is all part of the spooky story. Or maybe we're all dead. Maybe we're all in purgatory. Technically, according to the curator, we may have accidentally killed Brad, which is one of my favorite guys. I have a theory, maybe, that Brad might be in cahoots with either the scary guys that we're with or just the ghosts in general. But I don't know. Maybe he is just as innocent as he seems. Did he get shot escaping? No, so we tried... How did it go? We were trying to escape. We're all by ourselves. And he tried, like, leaping from, like, a higher level on the boat onto, like, a bunch of cargo that was, like, suspended, and then he fell from that. And I thought maybe when we landed, we were perfectly fine. It kind of, like, cut away after that. And then, next thing we know, we're helping the others escape, and then it goes right back to Brad, and Brad's bleeding on the floor and not moving. I don't know. I still think maybe he's fine. Maybe he's just sleeping. Why would Brad be in cahoots? He's a nerd. Because not everything is as it seems, as the curator has told us plenty of time. That's like the theme of this game. Just things are not what they look. Things are not what they seem. Everything's a mystery. Yeah, O is right. Traces, even while he's not there, affect him as well. Supermassive isn't forgiving. No, we are learning that real quick. I do think it's funny how we somehow managed to keep Conrad alive, as much as I don't like him. But I think it's funny how, like, one of the last bits that we saw, like, where he's, like, by himself and, like, running around, the choice was, like, oh, go after the scary lady, or fall to your death. It's like, hmm, hmm. I wonder what choice we should make here. Looks like I get paid on my birthday this month. Oh my god, that's so awesome! I love it when it works out like that. That means you get to give yourself extra treats, right? extra gifts. So yeah. Oh, also, we got a little hint from the curator that things might actually be have like a more logical, scientific explanation, maybe. Um, so that's gonna be fun to explore. Uh, I wonder though, because like whenever we move around, there's like weird, like kind of like yellowish wispies. I wonder if maybe we're all just like hallucinating. Maybe the ghosts aren't even real to begin with. We're just running around, just hallucinating because there's weird chemicals and, like, shit. Maybe that's what's going on. We'll see. You're right, so many good stuff is coming out. I'm gonna have no money, I swear, at the end of this month. Ooh. I kind of want to experience that ending, but also I don't, you know? Because, like, we really need that part. I'm assuming you mean the part for our boat. I saw a premonition of it being, like, sliced in half. Or, like, crushed in half, I think, by the sledgehammer. I don't want that. I don't want that in my life. Okay, we are going to continue where we left off. That's how my favorite ending happens. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see how we continue. We left off with, basically everyone except Brad. R.I.P. Brad. Meeting up, finally, for the first time since they, like, got on the ship, and coming up with a plan to escape. Which, I don't know how we're gonna do that, but we're gonna try. Dice from spoilers. I like saving everyone. I really hope we save everyone, including Brad. I'm still in denial about Brad. And I love Devo too. Oh my god, yes, Becky. I love how all the Ether Sea characters aren't, like, as far as I've gotten, like, 100% on each other's side, if that makes sense. Like, they have their differences, they have their grievances, and not everyone's kind of, like, morals or, like, ways to go about, like, things, even though they're, like, a group, like, really line up with each other, and they have, like, those interpersonal arguments. Ooh, so good. So very good. And also, I just love good religious drama. And Devo has plenty of it. Also, I don't know if it's canon, but I had canon Devo's trans. Also, let's hope my autosave works. It should just, like, dip us right into where we left off. Yep, here we go. Here we be.
Did you happen to see Brad down there? My, brotherly instincts have run pretty crazy right now.
R.I.P. Brad. There was a fucked up ceremony. Sorry, I didn't. We didn't see a ceremony. What?
Sorry, I didn't.
God damn it. Come on.
I mean, we know of one now. There's, like, weird
What the fuck is going on with this ship?
vampires.
I gotta be honest, it feels like there's some, like evil, like literal evil going on down there.
Let's just stay calm and relatively sane about this, okay?
Yeah, me too,
Stuff I
and
saw,
Travis is doing
like, were
great
these
at
old
it.
soldiers, they were bodies, they were dead, but then they came alive and...
That doesn't sound that crazy right about now.
I saw something. This old lady. I mean, she was batshit crazy, like dinosaur old.
Alex wasn't the only Alex.
What are you talking about?
There were things walking around with his face on them. Alex's face. It was horrifying.
Julia.
Never seen Conrad with the rest of the
Never
party
heard you.
before. Was
You know
he...
that, right?
Did you also
No,
have him
no, it's
escape?
Let's time
Because
out,
I
okay?
didn't. He
This
failed.
place is too fucked up to just be fucked up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, something is going on here. So what do we know for sure that we can all agree on?
Is this a ghost ship? Where's the gold? I don't care about the gold.
Am I crazy, or are we on a ghost ship? Like, ghost ships are real, and this is one, and we're totally on it, and oh, holy shit, we're so totally fucked?
I was gonna say the same thing.
Where are the crew? What happened? I'm also curious where the
What
crew
happened to
is.
everybody on this ship? Where did they all go?
You can smell death everywhere. It's like a tomb.
So what's with the bodies? They come with the ship?
Apparently getting
Yep,
scared
buy
to
one,
death
get
is
one
an actual
free.
thing. Because I'm pretty sure that's what happened to these guys.
This place is weird.
This whole place reeks of weird. Dirty, stinky, weird. And I don't like it.
Said eloquently.
It's getting hard to tell what's real around here.
That's what I am loving about this game. Oh, okay, we're just going through
What do you
questions.
think actually happened to this place?
No idea.
I just wanted to
There was a
get
note
the
about a
annoying
storm in
shit
the
gone
logbook.
any way I
I
could.
guess they got caught in it.
We know more than we did before. That's something else.
You know, I still kind of wish we did.
Fine. Whatever we do, we have to do it now.
Time to get off this ship.
We're not going anywhere without the distributor cap. The Duke needs it to run.
Hold on. This ship's gotta have a radio.
Will it still work though?
Use it.
That's great, but do you think it
Yeah,
still works?
Just
it's
need to find a way up
a
there.
really old ship. I mean, I guess the light's blinking. That means it's gotta work, right? Yeah, as much as I want Conrad gone, it's actually kind of neat that he's still here. I don't know, usually, like, it seems like whenever I play these kinds of games, we all kind of, like, have picked the same options, so it's cool that, like, this is, like, a brand new experience for you guys. Someone's gonna finagle it to make it work. Watch, Conrad has some, like,
We gotta get off this damn ship.
radio, like, prowess that we just are unaware of. Oh my god. Oh. This be useful? Not really,
I
it
know
looks
it sounds
rusted.
Crazy, but maybe it was these guns that took down the plane from our dive.
I didn't even finish this game. Well, we can finish it together. Ooh, I see a shiny. Wait, guys. Wait, this might be important.
Great. Could have used these if they weren't Swiss cheese.
Hmm. Thanks, friend. I appreciate your appreciation so very much. So I'm glad you got a chance to get in on these streams before we finish the game.
Find a way up?
Sadly, no, but I'll keep my eyes open.
Uh-huh. Oh no. Oh, hey, look. Oh. See, I was onto something. Okay, so maybe we are just hallucinating.
Must have been moving some pretty dangerous cargo.
Or maybe, this will solve all the mysteries. Can I take the gas mask? I know it's unsanitary, but I feel like it's important. Or maybe we should find some later. I don't know, part of me is like, what if that's the only one that exists? In, like, relative condition.
Hey, a little help over here.
Give me a boost, guys.
I think this is our way up. Give me a lift. I'll pull you up.
Ah, what you're reading. Thanks. I am currently reading House on the Cerulean Sea. which is lovely. It's fluffy. It kind of gives me Good Omens vibes. I mean, it's fine. I still appreciate you, asking. Oh, that's rubbish. That's rubbish. Let's go this way. Yeah, also, I'm a bit behind. But I'm, you know how, like, they had Dracula Daily? Well, they have a new thing out that's, like, Whale Weekly. That's, like, basically the same as Dracula Daily. Except with Moby Dick. And I've never read or know anything about Moby Dick, so it's really interesting, like, reading it with completely fresh eyes. Also, more gay than I thought it would
This
be.
is where I chased Conrad before.
Huh. I thought it looked familiar.
I'm reading La Muerte de Author by Sir Thomas Malroy. What's going on there? The title sounds really, really interesting. Is this it? Oh wait, no. Hold on, there's a gap. Maybe we have to climb this gap. No? Have we reached a dead end? Maybe there's something I missed. Oh, yeah, a door. I should have known.
Over here. Got a way through here.
Like, I saw the door, and I thought, hey, that looks like a door, and I don't know why I didn't even... Oh, jeez. I didn't even try to open it. A lot of old literature or classic is pretty gay. The Picture of Dorian Gray, yeah. Frankenstein, Giovanni's Room. Oh, big time. Like, I was just expecting it to be just like an old man rumbling his grievances, obsessed with whales. Oh, hi, dead body. And instead, I just get, like, chapters of him declaring his love for, like, his newfound bestie, and, like, snuggling up together under covers. Oh, I can't read.
Last log shows him caught in a storm.
You know what Steve doing on Man of Medan? Oh no. Hold on. I literally can't read. Hello. Let me just move my mic a bit. Okay. Literally just storm damage. Okay. With that title, you expected it to not be gay? Fair, fair. Yeah, considering it is old literature, I'm almost, like, too afraid to find out what's gonna happen between him and his friend. Slash lover. Because, you know, things don't usually end well. Oh, wait. Premonition. Oh. Oh no. do not want that to happen. Please no. Locked. It locks. Alex gonna get popped, or it's Bliss. It looked like Alex to me. Is this also locked? Oh, my weakness, locked. Locks. Ah, yes, it's Persona Week. I'm so excited. I'm unbelievably excited.
Something's wrong here.
Huh.
If you were headed to San Francisco, you'd be crazy to take this route.
It's almost like they didn't want anyone to know they were coming.
Look at all these secrets.
Ship was blown off course, cloud cover was bad. They couldn't establish a position.
Here's something that sounds like a radio. Bound to be closer. Oh, hi. Literally in the next room.
Yeah, that's gross. Looks like this poor sucker bit it right in the middle of his message.
Mayday call broadcast, radio contact in a minute, attempting Morse SOS, many crew dead.
Sounds pretty desperate.
Hi, James. You did good for what you had, James. Oh, no, I thought that was James.
Take a look. No freaking way. This thing actually still works?
Look, radio science hasn't changed much in 70 years, as long as there's power.
I'll give it a whirl. Ah, it's working.
It's a number station. Military bandit.
Let's ask them for help. Hey! Hey! Is anyone out there hearing this? Hello? Holy shit! We got him!
Let's go with our coordinates.
If you can hear us, we're on a ship, an old freighter.
Because then they know
Our
exactly where to
coordinates
find
are
us.
approximately, 12 degrees 30 minutes south, 151 degrees 20 minutes west. Please, get here now. We need help.
Please repeat. Please repeat. Over.
This is an emergency. Please, help. Hello?
Oh.
Hello? Is anyone out there?
That
Please,
certainly made
come
some
in.
changes. I do love giving names to the corpses.
Yo, guys, check it out.
Because, you know, there are actual people on this ship. They're not just like corpse number 1 or corpse
This has
number
got to
2.
lead somewhere.
They had
Maybe we can
family.
Find a way to get the power back.
Friends.
We need to get that radio working.
I think someone should wait.
Why
here
make him
if this
panic?
message comes
I
I gotta be honest.
thought
I
maybe...
don't think I'm gonna make it down there in my shape.
I'll go, obviously.
Obviously.
I'm coming too.
Hey, what? Julia, no.
You're not my bodyguard. I can take care of myself.
through. Whoa, whoa. If Julia says she can handle it, she can handle it.
I thought maybe it was important for them to know,
You and me, Julia.
I don't know, the urgency of the situation. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Ghost shit that kills people, I'd be panicked, yeah. Makes sense. Oh no. Also, hi, Blanco. Welcome to the stream.
Any broken bones? Everything still work?
You guys okay down there?
Oh, as much as I don't like him, that's
I'm okay.
uncalled for.
So, what's
Just
next?
being
We're
instantly
gonna have
mean.
to find the generator. If we can get it started, we can power up the radio.
Copy that.
Ah, fair
Right
enough,
by the
Becky.
radio. Here.
If I could have, I would have just set our coordinates again. I didn't see the option, though.
Hey.
After you.
Wait, there might be something this way. Don't mind me, just checking all our bases. I think there's a way
Looks
to
like
check.
in the lower levels of the ship.
I think there's a way through chat to change colors. I don't remember specifically what it was. What's in here? Ooh, medical officer's report. Okay. Minutes of meeting between Scientist X. Why X? Unless maybe it's just crossed off. No, it literally just says X. Okay, that's not concerning. I feel like... I don't know. X for meeting with our team, says we can mutually learn, but the same thing the Western world must be protected from. The United States has been aware of certain agencies investigating the chemical or bio... Ah! See? It's all making... It's all coming together. React limited by the Geneva Protocol, have experiments were unable to blah 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 blah. Oh no, why are you yellow? That looks unnatural. Oh, yes, I will drink. Thank you. I want to be like my favorite snake boy. Of course the US of A is doing war crimes. Yep, it's one of our favorite pastimes, you know? Oh my god, everyone's different, everyone's changed. Who are you people? Nah, but for real, just the fact that the scientist is just called X is, like, such a huge red flag. And I thought there was maybe, like, something to the fact that, like, the officer kept, like, having a ban on alcohol and just, like, telling everyone, like, not to drink it, like, very seriously, like, in all caps, as much as he could. I wonder if that's connected with these dangerous chemicals. This might be too much diving into, like, conspiracies, but what if what looked like alcohol on the ship was actually these weird chemicals, like, being, like, in disguise?
So it looks like there was some sort of fight and this Charlie went to the brig. 10-day sentence. Must have been a big fight.
And of course these soldier guys are just like, oh, fuck you, I'm just gonna drink as much alcohol as I want, you can't tell me what to do. And unknowingly we're like slowly being affected by these chemicals. Okay. Arthur Miller, petty theft, 1 day brig, small items. David Davis, trespass, 2 days brig, found off limits in cargo hold 3A with no reason to be there. Was that where the coffins were? That might be where the coffins were. Public intoxication, found drunk, acting inappropriately, while on shore leave. Okay, sounds like the same with Reed. Ooh, I wonder if Lewis and Reed were the two that we started this game with. Because that sounds about right. Charles Anderson, public intoxication.
Sick bay.
Okay. Ooh. So we did see a corpse in sickbay. I wonder if that was Joseph. That could have been Joseph. It also looked like they were they were in the middle of, like, surgery, or maybe some kind of weird experiments. This yellow's not yellow enough. I mean, on my end, it looks like the perfect shade of yellow for Janice. Halfway down Pokemon X, yes!
I'm gonna need 100 hot baths if we ever get out of here.
Such a good
We're gonna
game.
get out of here, Julia.
I hope you're right.
Am I ever wrong?
Oh, here's sickbay. This looks familiar.
Might have been the son of someone on board.
Mild neurosis is not the result of his own misconduct and was incurred in the line of duty. I'm assuming that's supposed to be duty. Let's see. Facts are as follows. I saw Private Patterson today, who attended sickbay. During that visit, I observed signs of severe distress consistent with evidence of panic I observed in the same soldier doing his watch duty earlier this week. I requested Patterson see me today as I believed his panic to be accompanied by vivid and disturbing memories. In the past, he has managed to continue his duties as symptoms appear to elevate after his guard shift. He claims these symptoms are very unusual for him. Private Patterson is a fit, healthy young man of 25 years with no unknown medical conditions. He was able to calm down during the course of our meeting and test for speech, reactions, and memory and decision-making, all appearing normal. Clear case of COSR.
Wow. Jesus.
Hello, old friend. I've liked this game out of my mind, probably because it triggered Wolverine. Yeah, he's kind of a forgetful, a forgetful boss. His whole team's kind of forgetful, honestly. They're not the highlight of the game. Is there more to explore? Hold on, I want to make sure before I just drop down instantly. Or is this where we came from? No, I think this is where we came from. Not me getting lost. Come on. No, no, back. Get back in there, sir. Okay, let's go.
Come take a look.
Oh, wait.
Look.
Wait, was this where Brad was? I think this is where Brad was.
I think that's the engine room.
Good place to find a generator, right?
Let's find out.
It's hard to tell. All these places look the
One
same.
more ladder. I can
Please,
drop the rest of the way.
Wait,
bring Megas back.
Yeah. Fine. Come on down.
They were the best gimmick, and all other games tried too hard to recreate that hype, and they haven't. The Mega Whale Lord would be so OP.
what's
Oh,
up?
You didn't fucking see that?
no, I didn't.
Right. No. Of course you didn't.
Hello?
Yeah, I think I'm actually seeing clearly for the first time in a while. Nothing jumped out at me.
Yeah, I think we're all going crazy.
I think it's the fog that's causing it.
Why would the fog make us go crazy?
Maybe we're breathing it in and it's fucking us right the hell up.
Right?
None of this shit is happening.
This couldn't have anything to do with the plane wreck we dived.
It was a search and rescue plane. The whole reason it even came out here was because the people on the ship sent out a distress signal. I guess by the time the plane got here, it was too late. Everyone on the ship had lost their minds, so they shot it down. Who knows what the hell they were thinking? Or what they thought they saw.
Oh, God. All right, let's get going.
Make it actually fly, yes. Imagine seeing that in real life.
You ever wonder what would have happened if
Or
we
just,
went
like,
to Japan on vacation instead?
In the Pokemon universe in general, I mean. Just a flying Mega Whale Lord. It's fungus and mold spores. Makes the most sense, yeah. Like what the curator said, there's a good, logical explanation. It's not actual ghosts. It's the ghosts in your minds. Okay. Is any of this important? Okay, that's all that's over here. Oh, I can't even go that way. Oh, we completely bypassed this guy. Hello, sir.
What do you think?
I don't like it. Someone attacked that corpse recently. too recently.
Let's stay
We need to keep moving and stay
on the
ahead of
logical.
whoever did that.
We're just wasting time.
Yes.
Let's go.
Let's try and keep our wits about us. Oh, wait, that didn't even look like any of us. Or at least... it didn't seem like it. I don't know, it just looked like one of the corpses falling. We don't have to worry about that. We'll be fine.
Hey.
Hey!
Look at this.
The rebreather.
I
Okay.
bet the fisherman brought it from the Duke.
You think it still works?
So not a gas
It's got
mask,
maybe
but
a
like
few minutes of air left.
the next best thing.
Worth taking with us?
It's just gonna slow us down.
No, we take it. I said take it.
No. We should take it. Parts of the ship are completely underwater.
I was wondering when we were gonna meet up with them again.
Mais c'est moi qui vais te tuer. Dis-moi seulement où est ce putain d'or. T'as perdu la tête ou quoi? Non. Je t'en prie. Non. Je t'ai dit de la fermer, sale menteur. Ferme ta gueule de merde. Tu dis n'importe quoi. Tout ce que tu racontes, c'est des conneries. Alors, ferme ta sale gueule de merde. Écoute. Écoute-moi. Non. Fais pas ça. T'as qu'à... Ah!
Rip Danny.
Dis de fermer ta gueule.
Oh, fuck.
Hey. We have an opening. Was Danny on the boat with the other men? Yes, he was. Oh no, oh no. Ah, Dan stands heart attack.
Des morts viennent me chercher. Je vous attends, bande d'enculés.
We won. But yeah, he was also, like, trapped in the ghost hallucinations with, Brad. So I'm glad he got out of it. Hey, Danny, you okay? You good?
God. This is so messed up.
He's crazy as a shithouse rat.
I'm sorry, bro. No, I want to read that.
Shit, he's coming.
Inspect. Oh my god, it was a fake out. How dare you? How dare you, game? I say as we're completely fine. You did it! Yay!
There's no use
Go
hiding,
us!
you little fucks. What's the problem with sharing all that gold, eh? There must be plenty of that to go around, more than enough. And we're all in this together, right? Trying to cut me out of the deal?
Oh no, not again.
You can't have all the gold. And I'm to be left here to die. But I am the captain. I am in control. And I am the one that says who goes. And who stays?
He's breathing down our necks. Please tell me you have an escape plan.
He does. Maybe he'll leave us.
Let's see what he does.
Maybe he'll just go right past us.
The way into a foreign land and come up short. The generators are
We just
on.
have to not panic.
The gold is mine, and now I'm the one who gets to smash. Me! With my big fucking hammer!
Olsen smash. Don't panic. See, we're alive. Man, it felt like I couldn't even blink. Stay in his blind eye. You know, that could work. That could work for us totally.
Is this gonna hold? Or do we need to start running again?
We're good.
I'm gonna use that next time a bot shows up. Yes, nice. Also, I love how the lock just kind of went through the door. Oh my god, yes, thank you. Oh no. Oh no, Junior, no. We're on your side. You seem like the most chill out of all of them.
Turn around. Slow. Real slow. Okay. All right. Not changing. None of that. Raise your hands up. Slow. No, no. Not like that. I said no changing.
Please. We've
You
got
want
no
us to put
problem
our
with
hands
you.
up or
We
not?
just want to get out of here. Please.
I'm sorry, but if you're breathing,
No one gets past me and my big fucking hammer.
you don't got to say. Ah, not again. It's all
14.
gone changing on me.
What? What's changing?
Stay away. Stay back from the mist.
Hey, there's no mist, man.
Don't breathe it. Don't breathe the mist.
Not the mist.
Wait, what is this mist? What does it do?
It's life. Bringing things to life that shouldn't be alive. It's inside now. Inside with us now.
Please just calm down.
Making home deep inside our lungs.
It's in one of us, isn't it?
Put the gun down now.
Why would you say that? Why are you telling me what to do? Yeah, you breathed in the mist. It's happening.
I'm sorry, I don't like guns in my
I can
face.
feel it.
Okay. Look, there was something in the last room. A fog or a mist, maybe?
I knew it. I told you. Did you breathe it in?
I don't know what to say.
No! No, I mean, we held our breath, man. The mist is not inside of us.
This would be a really good time to use the rebreather.
I know you're all fancy divers.
Just
but you
saying.
expect me to buy that? We've been down
Someone's
here
gonna get
for
shot, I just know
hours.
it.
You've been holding your breath this whole time. You're holding your breath right now.
Wait. We have a rebreather from our boat.
What?
We've been using it to get the mist out of us. You know, we could use it on you too, okay?
No.
Thanks, Julia.
You keep that thing away from me. Oh, good. It's in me. I got the mist in me. don't
Oh.
I? It's in me, isn't it?
Oh, no, I see where that premonition's coming from.
I can feel
Oh,
it
no.
swirling around in
Oh,
there.
no.
It's changing me. Stay inside.
R.I.P. Junior. Distract.
No, man. There's no mist inside you.
This
I
is
can
not
tell.
gonna work.
Stop!
This is not gonna work.
Lying!
Yeah, things are getting real, y'all.
See it in me, can't you? You're just lying. The mist is inside.
I feel like if I had...
Keep me alive!
Oh, okay. Maybe that was the only bullet he had. Maybe we worked. Maybe we succeeded. Y'all might want to look away.
Hey, now, don't.
Okay, good. We didn't get to see the actual thing happen. Okay, cool. No, I was just about to say, if I were to try and rush and get at the gun, then maybe out of, like, hastiness, he would have pulled the trigger, like, right then and there. Bye, Junior. Yeah. Again, he seemed like the most reasonable out of all those boys. And it would have been cool if the rebreather thing worked.
Great. That's just fucking great.
Maybe we just weren't that convincing. Guess he didn't have the ability to summon a persona.
Yeah, sure.
R.I.P.
Let's just start drowning ourselves in puddles now. Why not?
Cue Persona 3 soundtrack.
There's 472 rivets in this room, which can only mean one thing.
Wow, you counted?
I've been in here way too long. Hey! Is anyone hurt down there? Shit. I gotta go after him, don't I?
I
We gotta
mean,
go make sure everyone's okay.
you don't have
Shit.
to.
Well, what's our play? You're gonna stay here with the radio. I'll go after them.
There has to be
Oh
a
yeah,
better
because
idea.
you're a big macho man.
I'm a big boy. This is my mess, and I'll clean it up.
Just keep your head down. Okay?
I honestly don't know what good he's gonna do all by himself. But sure. Let's try it. Let's get ourselves lost. Also, this is a totally different route. Dang, before we maxed out his social link, what a drag. Yeah. Don't you hate it when that happens? Now I gotta start my playthrough all over. Not gonna get the good special persona. Hi. Watch, he's the one that's gonna find a gas mask. And actually be able to, like, stave off the ghosts. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Please keep all Persona 3 spoilers. Because I also have not been able to play it at all. The scale of our search and recovery missions across the area have yielded results far greater than expected. Unfortunately, there is now a shortage of adult caskets. If you locate the remains of any missing persons at the water purification plant, you may have to use the smaller caskets. You know this isn't ideal, guys, but they'll give him a proper funeral and the respect he deserves once we get his body back home. We'll just have to make it work. Alright, guys. We just gotta snuggle into the smaller caskets for warmth. Hi, old friend. Don't, pardon me, ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am. I just gotta scooch right past you.
God damn.
Oh yeah, this is where we left Brad. Brad, where are you? I did not see your body. It should have been here.
Je les ai vus, ouais. Ouais, je les ai vus. Ils étaient juste là. Et je savais que c'était un...
See, even further proof that he's probably not dead.
Et ils me regardaient.
Because it should have been just right on that ground.
À travers moi. Avec leurs yeux. Avec leurs putains de grands yeux. Tu me crois pas? Non. Moi, je te crois pas. Arrête ça. Arrête de me regarder. Tes yeux sont trop... Non. Non. Non, 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 bordel. Je vais te crever les yeux. Ah, fous le camp avec tes yeux. Je t'en prie. Ah! Stay back.
Hi.
I mean it.
Please be careful.
Hey, cool out. Come on.
That's a big hammer you got there. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. I'm not gonna attack
Hey, it's cool, man. We're cool.
that big hammer, these tiny fists. No, you have to pull up, sir.
We can talk this out, man. We can bond over how much we hate this boat.
Yeah, trauma bonding. No, you just have to pull up.
Do you think that's the best solution here?
I hope Conrad's a good swimmer. I wouldn't be surprised if he went into this, like, diving trip. Totally not. Without any, like, actual swimming skills. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. No, I missed. Ah. Sir, no. I should have made a grab for the hammer. Oh, gross.
Get out of there! Come on!
I'm trying. Ah, what? I don't know.
Not yet.
No, no, Conrad. Oh boy, oh. Oh. Ah. We all love to hate you, but what a way to go. Ah. Possibly 2 out of 5 dead, rip. I mean... Orson is also dead. Poor Julia. At least we got that. It's perfectly intact too. You know, gotta look on the positive side of these things. And we have a hammer. Mm. Mm. The price we had to pay to come out on top. It's hammer time. do 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 do.
Hello?
You know. Hi, Brad. You alive? You good?
No! No!
Is this canon? I refuse this to be canon. You know, we breathed in plenty of mist. Maybe he'll come back to life. Maybe we'll have a ghost brother. I refuse. I don't care. I refuse. That's not blood. That's juice. Alex, I'm sorry. That's fruit juice, yeah.
All right. Let's try it.
Cool. Yeah, why is this suddenly the end of the game? This can't be the end.
I swear I'm telling you everything I know. I didn't see Brad. There was this crazy guy in a hood. That's it.
He was an asshole. Honey meant well. No matter what moronic thing he was up to, he always meant well. He's just a big old puppy dog. Just trying to make everyone laugh.
I'm to be flamed by the curator. Also, you saw what the Manchurian gold was. Oh, it was the bags that fell out of the box. Okay. Yeah, way to shame me for my mistakes, game. Oh wow, that literally is it. That is a really short stream. Man, if I knew we were this close to the end, I would have just, like, kept playing.
That's it. Game over. You're done. For now, at least. You could always try again, see if you can't do better next time around. Not a bad effort. Some lived, some died. All your fault.
Yeah, I know.
I suppose when the curtain falls, you're either ready for it or you're not. It's all about decisions, isn't it? Decisions made in a hurry, in a panic, made with the heart instead of the head, or vice versa. Sometimes those decisions take a long time to have repercussions. But there are repercussions. There are always repercussions.
Oh, look at him. Always push your chair in, guys.
Till we meet again. Maybe in Little Hope, maybe somewhere else. But be certain, we will meet again. It's inevitable.
Can't wait to see you. It was a code name for the... Oh, okay, it's music. There's a code name for a bioweapon that made people go crazy and die. Now it's a go to Little Hope. I mean, do we? Nah, we probably should. I do have Little Hope. So what now? Danganronpa at a bridge watch party? And it's been a hot minute since I watched that.
Everybody's looking, trying to find a way out. See them seeing every day what this world's all about. You're realizing that it's hard, you're trying to pick the right path.
Yes, I keep forgetting to send you the Pokemon codes. I will give them to you. Today. A promise is a promise.
We're in search of that gate, pray.
Yeah, overall, good game. I'm not gonna replay it. I mean, maybe later, just see like what different endings there are. But I'm very satisfied with what happened. I mean, we made it out alive. Sad what happened to Conrad, but I feel like the alternative wouldn't have helped us. Because I feel like if Julia had like shut the thing too early, then they would have drowned. He would have still died. Also, like, the distributor cap would have been on the side of them, like, trapped in the room, and we wouldn't have been able to get it back. Alternative was Conrad living and none of us won. Yes. Although I'm really curious what would have happened if, like, Conrad wasn't here. Maybe when we sent out the SOS, like, maybe he would have been on the other side of the radio and, like, would have came back and, like, saved us. Hated the weird quick cuts the game did. Yeah, it could have gone a lot more smoother. Like, it was very obvious those were, like, quickly sliced in. Like, depending on, like, the decisions we made, it felt, like, very much like a DVD, like, skipping. The NBA... Whoa, that's not a word. The animations and ambience was way too flat for me. Yeah, the animation for their faces was just, like, too smooth. Like, smoothed over. Like, someone took, like, an Instagram filter. Or, like, some kind of, like, blur tool and just, like, touched up their faces. That I wasn't really into. Hold on, I have the case. When did this come out? When did this come out? I feel like they could have done better. It's usually a year on this. 2019. Oh my god. Yeah, they could have done a lot better with the animation. But, you know, still very effective when it came to, like, the scares and stuff. As over the top some of the jump scares were. Ooh, if you want to DM me that, I would love to watch that video. Yeah, not as nicely done as it could have. No. Yeah. I'm also not, like, a jump-scary person when it comes to horror. Like, even if it does make me jump. Like, it's like, okay, cool. Now what? Oh. End credit scene. Danny, you're alive! But for how long, though? We kinda just left him. Oh, okay, for this long. Don't worry, boys. The saws are on the way. Oh, Danny was this guy. I say pointing as he's not on the screen. The guy we just saw, that was Danny.
So out of nowhere, this thing just sent out an SOS. Guess we got a real-life ghost ship here, huh? Whoa. What the hell is this?
Yeah, these poor men don't know what's coming for them. Who else thought this was originally a vampire story? So I didn't, but then when it came to the scene where, like, she was discovering all the rituals and stuff, and, like, when she entered that ballroom...
What the fuck?
Oh. Oh! No, Danny, they're here to save you.
I just saw someone in the woods.
Whoever it was.
Oh, is this Little Hope? Little teaser of Little Hope?
Who's there?
I should have my own hand.
That looked like the boy from Shameless. Poor grandma. Yep, it's Little Hope. Okay. Nice. Yeah, I'm not gonna like this one, am I? Oh no, we'll see. Also didn't finish it. It's basically the Salem witch trials, so maybe not. I do like my witchy stuff. These Until Dawn clones got real old real fast. Oh, that's a shame. I don't know. I overall enjoyed it. As comical as this kind of got at times. I don't know. I was fully expecting, like, all of the characters to have died at the end. Because I'm so bad at these. I always get the button presses wrong. So I'll watch with all my happy things around me. Nothing scary, because I like to sleep the next day. Oh, I shall tell you guys. I slept fine after Friday. After Friday stream. You know, after the stream, I just, like, curled up on the couch, had my lunch, turned on Abbott Elementary because all of my other shows that I was currently watching were, like, a bit too intense. Wanted just, like, a nice palate cleanser. Also, D&D wasn't stressful either. Just had a nice, like, strictly roleplay session. Good times all around. I would argue from the 2 bits I played, Little Hope was more interesting, but maybe because I'm more interested in the history of the witch trials. Yeah, sounds like something I'd be more interested in as well. Again, we'll see. I'm not gonna play it right away, even though I do have it. It's Friday is Persona time. Oh, I will look up that, that video, Silver Sent. Hold on. I'm still here, I promise. Yeah, the plan for Friday is for sure Persona. Because I'm excited for it. It'll be my first time ever playing. And outside of one kind of spoiler bit, I don't know, like, anything about, you know, what the plot really is. Did 4 and 3 come in already? Not yet. Thursday is when they officially come out. On the Switch. Can't hang around stream while you play that because I want to play it too. Yeah, that makes complete sense. And that's okay. I hope you have a lovely time as well experiencing it for the first time. But if something happens, tag me in Discord. If I'm not working, I'll jump in with a hammer. Thank you. Thank you, Becky. Okay, let's watch this video. Medan's story explained.
Around 2 years.
Okay, I'm back. Here we go. Sorry, I was trying to finagle things and make sure everything was settled nicely. And not just auto-playing without being prepared. Are you getting the mixed weather about you, Spacey? Am I? I don't know. I don't know what the outside looks like. Possibly. I just briefly checked my weather app and it looks like just a bunch of rain. Okay, so let's get into this. I do love me some good lore. And hopefully this will be loud enough for you guys. Let me know how the sound is. Oh, are the subtitles on? Do we have subtitles?
Years after the events of World War II, on June 11th, 1947, an American military freighter ship stops off in a Chinese port in Manchuria, a historical region in northeastern China. Before beginning its voyage, cargo is being stowed in a hold and 4 caskets have also been stowed too.
Hi, Galaxy.
2 soldiers are enjoying some downtime in a Chinese market. Joe, one of the soldiers, consults a fortune teller who predicts death. Then he tries his hand at a combat dummy exercise at one of the stalls. Joe and his friend Charlie head back to their ship in a drunken state, arguing over the fact that Charlie lent Joe money and he wants it back. They shove each other, and after a bit of roughhousing, a sergeant breaks it up and knocks Joe out. Joe is sent to the medical bay with a concussion, and Charlie is thrown into the brig for 10 days and locked in there. The ship then sets sail, and days later an electrical storm hits the cargo, causing a green and yellow gas to leak from it.
I built
Joe
5.
wakes up still in the medical bay and finds that everything has gone to hell. He finds a doctor's corpse in a locker and goes to free his friend. They search the seemingly deserted ship and come across more of their fellow men, dead. A strange mist covers the ground, but Joe and Charlie do not seem to notice it. They eventually encounter monstrous beings in a cargo hold, which seem to somehow kill them. Many years later, a boat called the Duke of Medan sits moored to a dock in French Polynesia. Brad, his brother Alex, Alex's girlfriend Julia, and Julia's brother Conrad board the boat captained by Fliss. Alex, a medical student, and Julia dive wrecks in different oceans looking for treasure to sell. They've heard about a World War II plane that went down and crashed into the sea. True to their suspicions, they find the wreck. They discover bullet holes in it, indicating that it was shot down. Back on the boat, while Alex and Julia are exploring, Brad is lying down on his bunk, suffering from a touch of seasickness, and Conrad is trying to work his magic on Fliss. While this is happening, the Duke of Medan is approached by a group of 3 local fishermen who crash into the Duke's recoil cable, damaging their fishing boat. Fliss demands them to be more careful as they have divers in the water. The fishermen demand they pay for the damage to their boat, but Conrad mocks them and throws a wad of cash into the water. This clearly enrages the fishermen. Back down in the depths, after avoiding a death by shark, Alex proposes to Julia and she accepts.
Oh, that never happened.
They witness an explosion on the boat. Julia wants to rush up to the surface, but Alex tells her to wait. She may get the bends, also known as decompression sickness. They make it up to the surface, and it turns out that Conrad set fire to the barbecue by accident. Anyway, a few hours and beers later, the group are sitting on the deck, and Julia recounts what they found down on the wreck. Fliss chastises them for disturbing what is essentially a gravesite by tampering with it. They go to sleep, but later that evening, the angry fishermen, Olsen, Danny, and Junior, board the boat.
Yes, we did
and take
finish the game.
Apart from Brad, who is still sleeping inside his cabin. Now, what happens next is determinant, as there are many ways this entire story can play out. But in my playthrough, I got Conrad to escape via the fisherman's boat. After the escape, the fisherman's leader Olsen is then handed a map by another of the fishermen, Danny.
Yeah, sorry for the spoilers, but we're at the end of the game, so
he decides that they will go after
there's
the
going to be a
treasure
lot of
and they take the
spoilers.
hostages with them.
We're looking at different
A
endings
fierce
right
storm
now.
hits, and whilst heading to the coordinates, the boat crashes into an old freighter. They all board the more sturdy ship, and
sorry,
Junior
Galaxy.
takes the Duke's distributor cap so the hostages cannot escape without it. They lock the hostages in a room, but the hostages escape. They make it their goal to find the distributor cap so they can all escape. Fliss attempts to grab it after seeing an opportunity to do so, but is ultimately captured. The rest of the group aim to follow them to rescue Fliss and then get the distributor cap. Fliss is being escorted by Danny, who seems to get spooked by something and runs off shouting and firing his gun, leaving Fliss all alone. She comes across what appears to be an immaculately kept ballroom, steps outside, and when she returns, it appears back in its normal rusted state. She finds some wooden crates leaking some sort of fog with the words Manchurian Gold written on them. Whilst this is happening, Brad wakes up from his slumber and finds his companions gone, so he boards the huge ship. He finds a gas mask which helps mitigate the effects of the mist somewhat, but as he explores, he falls off a ledge, and with their paths colliding, he finds Fliss. Alex and Julia encounter Olsen, who somehow looks identical to Alex. They escape from him and end up running into their group, who assemble in the weather tower to discuss what is happening and the things that they have all seen and experienced. Fliss mentions the crates that she found in the cargo hold and tells them it's a chemical weapon which causes hallucinations. They decide to head towards the radio room and see if they can call for help in order to get off the ship. They find a radio and make contact with someone on a military frequency. Alex is hesitant to respond, and the power gives out. So two of the group decide to go down to the generator room and turn it on. The members of the group who are tasked with turning on the generator witness Olsen killing Danny. They find a rebreather, and after a close escape, they run into Junior, who tries to stop them. He points a gun at them, terrified about what he is seeing. They calm him down by using the rebreather on him.
Oh, so that actually does work.
Air again. After hearing a gunshot, Alex goes down after them with Fliss, and they're pursued by Olsen, who eventually freaks out and runs off. Fliss and him get separated, but Alex finds Olsen's body being feasted on by rats after he suffers a heart attack. Alex grabs the conveniently placed distributor cap, and again, what happens next affects the ending. But in my run, Alex drops the distributor cap, meaning they can't escape on the Duke of Medan.
Yeah, that'll do it.
I did this purposely, and you'll see why at the end. In one final test, Alex sees a horrific creature in the elevator shaft, but after a struggle and a grotesque hallucination of a rat bursting out of his chest, it turns out that the creature is in fact Fliss. He comes to his senses after choosing not to stab Fliss or himself. The group meet outside on the deck of the ship and are rescued by Conrad, who returns with the Coast Guard and they all escape. So with this being a Dark Pictures game, there are many things you can do differently in order to affect the narrative. Here are some examples. If Conrad chooses not to escape via the boat, he goes with the group onto the ship and encounters his own horrifying hallucinations in the form of a horrid old hag. If Conrad escapes via the boat and Alex manages to retrieve the distributor cap from Olsen's body, the group escape on the Duke, but Conrad turns up and boards the ship, succumbing to the effects of the mist.
Oh, poor Conrad.
And finally, one more. If Conrad doesn't escape via the boat and the group fail to get the distributor cap and give the military the name of the ship along with the coordinates, and at the end the military will turn up and shoot everyone. Alternatively, if they don't give the name but get rescued by the military, the group will be questioned and imprisoned. So they're just a few examples of the branching narrative. So there's a fair bit to discuss here, so grab a coffee or a drink while we unpack this story. So I guess you could say that the pirates or the fishermen are the game's antagonists. And I guess that since an antagonist doesn't have to be human, the chemical bioweapon which floats aimlessly around the ship could be classed as an inanimate antagonistic force. Anyway, its name Manchurian Gold is a misleading one, as if one finds mention of it without knowing what it is, just like Danny and Olsen did, then it possibly leads one to believe that it is in fact actual treasure. This is just in fact a reference to its appearance, which is much like that of actual real gold. In the game we see that whilst the cargo was stowed correctly, lightning struck the ship which caused an electrical storm. Electricity hit the crates carrying the chemical, causing a leak which mixed with water, which in turn caused a reaction and caused the gases to fill the cargo holds and then the ship. But where did this malicious chemical bioweapon come from then? We know from the game's prologue that the ship which was tasked to carry it picked it up in China doing a stopover in Manchuria, and that was in fact where it was manufactured. In Manchuria, in China, hence the name Manchurian Gold. The idea behind the bioweapon was to deploy it in places like trenches and barracks, in the hope that due to the hallucinations and extreme paranoia it caused, that it would in turn prompt their enemies to turn on each other and kill one another or themselves. It was developed in a chemical weapons facility which was disguised as a water purification plant, but it wasn't designed by the US, but we will get to that later. The US military got wind of it and decided they wanted to develop it further and potentially use it against their enemies in future conflicts. You see, the US had just come off the back of a huge, costly and very messy conflict with Japan, who invaded Manchuria back in 1931. At first, the US weren't really involved, as this was primarily a battle between the Soviets and the Japanese, the latter of which suffered a large and damaging defeat. The US condemned the actions of Japan but chose not to impose any sanctions on them. The first embers of war, however, were stoked when Japan took aim at Indochina. They wanted to capture oil-rich areas, and as a result this forced the hand of the US, who imposed embargoes on oil, scrap metal and fuel being sent to Japan and ordered them to withdraw from China. Now those of you who know history know what happens next. The Japanese attacked Pearl Harbor in 1941, pretty much taking out the US's entire Pacific fleet, drawing the US firmly into World War II. Now after the large Battle of Okinawa, which lasted around 3 months and claimed 100,000 lives, President Roosevelt died, being succeeded by President Harry Truman. His first job was to figure out how to end the war. The US responded by dropping atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, leveling both cities, and the war ended after Japan surrendered. Anyway, back to Manchuria. The Japanese withdrew and the Soviets left Manchuria in 1946, so I guess the US were all that were left. So in one of the game's endings, we see that if one of the group tells the military the name of the ship over the radio, then the military turn up and kill them all. It turns out that everything to do with this ship is top secret. Even soldiers on the ship were warned not to go into the hold. More specifically, cargo hold 3A, only being allowed to stand outside but only when they had guard duty. Everything was very secretive. An internal memorandum indicates that the shipment of caskets in 3A contained the bodies of US Army soldiers that underwent mistreatment by hostile hands. We don't know exactly who is responsible, but it does recommend that families don't have an open casket as the contents are shocking. All of the caskets were padlocked with the exception of one of the caskets, which was open slightly. A two-headed skeleton that Alex discovered in this casket was in fact real and not a hallucination. It seems that it wasn't just bioweapons being created in the facility in Manchuria. The two conjoined people were called the Human Experiment. The names of the two people who were conjoined were Marvin Cox and Harold Stone. You see, Cox and Stone were part of a squad led by a sergeant named James Jones, sent out on a mission in 1944 to recon the water purification plant, which of course was the chemical testing facility, and the squad was captured. This note in particular shows the effects that were removed from the bodies and the caskets. The dog tags in particular are of interest here. There are 6 dog tags but only 4 caskets. It seems that Cox and Stone were experimented on and became the two-headed person, but died in the process. We also find a note stating that a soldier named Hawkins was in the child's casket, as according to this note, there wasn't really much left of him. It's pretty grim stuff. The caskets were ordered to be secured with chains and padlocks. We see a communication between 2 chief warrant officers, Walter Bishop and Tom Palmer, with Palmer being ordered to secure the caskets. On the back of this note, it reads, "It's your ass if this gets out." We also find some minutes in a safe which detail a meeting between Bishop and Palmer and a person known only as Scientist X. These notes detail that all present at this meeting agree that the Western world must be protected from the evils of modern man, and they mention they can mutually learn to protect their people from harm. The notes go on to state that the US have been aware of certain agencies, likely meaning other countries, investigating the use of chemical and biological agents in warfare, which concerns them greatly, but their actions in this are actually limited by the Geneva Protocol. The Geneva Protocol is a treaty prohibiting the use of chemical weapons in armed conflicts. It prohibits the use of poisonous gases such as Manchurian gold, and at the time the treaty didn't seem to cover production, storage or transfer, which I guess explains why the US military were able to transport it. Scientist X says that while they've been able to conduct certain experiments, they have been unable to deploy it outside of somewhere. This part isn't visible, but on the back it states that Scientist X describes an investigation to test the effects of Manchurian gold on human subjects to ensure something during battle. It's likely that these experiments were on the US soldiers in the caskets. It notes that the effects involved hallucinations, which of course we already know. It's a real shame that a lot of this document is ruined, as it does seem to be able to tell us everything we need to know about the testing phase and what exactly happened at that water purification plant. These experiments were likely so secret that not even some higher-ups in the US military were made aware. And finally, why was this meeting even taking place? And who was Scientist X? Also, in regards to Scientist X, why was their name redacted? This indicates that this scientist doesn't want their identity to be known. We find an NPA, which is a non-prosecution agreement in the ship captain, Captain Ford's office, which is likely for Scientist X. It makes mention of this scientist being a foreign legal person, which I guess essentially means they're now under the law of a different country, indicating that they are not American. It's quite possible that they were Japanese, seeing that Japan invaded Manchuria in 1931, and I guess didn't properly leave until around 1945 when the war was over, so could have by all accounts been operating the facility. In return for diplomatic immunity, they agreed to reveal knowledge that they gained while they were employed at the water purification plant, and they would transport the bioweapon back to the States for further testing, and Scientist X would go with them, free from prosecution in exchange for cooperation and further research. So when playing the game, we do get a brief idea of what happened to the crew of the SS Orang Medan in the game in 1947, but we only see the aftermath. We don't know what happened whilst Joe was in the medical bay and whilst Charlie was locked up. From various notes, comics, and personal accounts from the crew members, we can start to piece together what happened. On June 11th, after Joe and Charlie are locked up, Private Patterson and Private Bretts are tasked with guarding cargo hold 3A and are warned not to go inside the hold. Whilst on guard duty, Brett keels over, suffering from appendicitis, and is sent for treatment, leaving Patterson on his own. Patterson disobeys direct orders and enters the cargo hold anyway, finding the 4 caskets. Patterson seems to pass out. Brett's replacement, Miller, turns up and finds Patterson passed out. Patterson asks Miller not to tell anyone he found him inside the hold. 3 days later, Patterson is told rumours about weird stuff going on in 3A and how the sergeant thinks that Patterson may be involved in these rumours. An hour after this, Miller is speaking to Private Allen about finding Patterson passed out in 3A when Patterson interrupts their conversation. Allen mentions that he wants to take a look in 3A as he used to work under Sergeant Jones a few years ago, and he has a suspicion that Jones's team is in there. Allen arranges to have guard duty with Patterson so they can look together, but just as they're about to go on guard duty, Patterson is pulled off his duty by Lieutenant Finley, a doctor. He orders him to take a few days off of guard duty. On June 21st, a note is left telling soldiers to stay out of 3A. The situation is getting a little bit more serious. O'Neill confronts Patterson for skipping guard duty, but Allen tells Patterson he saw 4 caskets covered with US flags, meaning that he is positive that it's got to be Jones in there. Later that night, the SS Orang Medan is struck by lightning, and due to having faulty cabling, causes an electrical current to strike the crates which hold the Manchurian gold, causing a chemical substance to be released. Private Wagner is one of the first to be affected by the Manchurian gold while he is guarding cargo hold 2. The mist triggers violent paranoia in him. A report states that he attacks another soldier, Private First Class Lewis Brand. A report states that the intervening officer, Sergeant Ferris, notes that while he is writing on the report, he has been called to more reports of violent behaviour elsewhere on board. Wagner goes insane due to the effects of the mist and jumps overboard, forcing the ship to drop anchor and call for assistance. In response, a B-29 bomber plane is dispatched from the nearby Conway Islands to assist in the search for Wagner. Meanwhile, Patterson goes down to 3A, which is being guarded by O'Neill. Patterson demands to be let through, and Patterson attacks O'Neill. Patterson breaks one of the casket's locks and sees the human experiment inside. He is hallucinating, so they end up saying something to him about leaving them behind, and Patterson is struck from behind. Private Cooper is on the radio trying to radio for help, but there's no response, concluding that they are on their own out there. Back in 3A, Patterson is hallucinating and kills whatever or whoever, likely O'Neill, is confronting him. He mentions that his unit is out there and it's all because of him. Back in the medical bay, after undergoing an operation for his appendicitis, Brett, under the influence of the gold, thinks that Vine...
I'm sorry, my mind just connected those dots to like this event and what we saw in the game, which is right here.
But the doctor suffers a heart attack in pure fear from something he has seen. Finley realises what is happening as he sees the gas and puts on a gas mask to avoid it. Chief Warrant Officer Palmer and Captain of the ship William Ford discuss the immunity agreement for Scientist X, who carried out experiments on Jones's squad. They mention if the Manchurian gold doesn't make it back to the US, then some very powerful men in the US can make all knowledge of the SS Orang Medan disappear. Most of the crew have perished at this point through heart attacks, suicide, or violence. William Ford goes to investigate the sound of someone outside. It's Patterson, and in his madness he shoots Ford and then Palmer. The B-29 bomber plane arrives and deploys a lifeboat, but it is shot down by Patterson, who uses an anti-aircraft gun on the deck of the ship, and the plane sinks to the bottom of the ocean. Patterson is confronted by Lieutenant Finley, who attempts to hide in the cabinet on deck after Patterson pulls his gun on him. Patterson shoots Finley through the cabinet, killing him. Patterson then goes to kill the radio operator, who has a heart attack out of fear of what he sees. Patterson then turns the gun on himself, committing suicide. And there you have it. 70-odd years later, Olsen discovers the ship. It seems like Patterson is really personally affected and indeed invested in what happened, and what is in cargo hold 3A. So why did he pass out in cargo hold 3A, and why did the hallucination accuse Patterson of, quote, leaving them behind? Upon finding Patterson's medical record, we see that Private Patterson was diagnosed by the doctor as suffering from something called COSR, which means Combat and Operational Stress Reaction, which involves hallucinations. It's also mentioned that Patterson was able to alleviate his symptoms after his shift had finished, but still tried his best to get out of guard duty when it came to guarding 3A. The doctor notes Patterson suffering from disturbing memories. Well, it turns out that Patterson was part of Jones's 1944 squad who got captured at the chemical weapons facility. Only he didn't get captured, he was the only survivor. He was found and picked up by some British soldiers in the jungle. Due to this gas being around 70 years old at the time the group entered the ship, its effects are still extremely potent, but due to its age, the effects wear off quickly when the victim is breathing clean air.
Yeah, no, this is a
seen when
fantastic
Fliss enters
video.
the cargo hold. As the cargo hold is the initial storage location for the Manchurian gold, her hallucinations are vivid, leading to her seeing the entire cargo hold as a ballroom. But the moment she steps outside and re-enters, she sees the cargo hold in its normal state again. The Manchurian gold tends to prey on things that are in the mind of the victim or things they have seen previously. They tend to see other people as something completely different. Here are some examples. If you choose to keep Conrad with the group and he goes onto the ship, Conrad spots the poster of an attractive sailor girl who ends up being the focus of his hallucinations, transforming her into an old hag. At one point, this turns out to be either Fliss or Brad. Conrad realizes it's her or him after he is outside, breathing fresh air again. Julia sees multiple dead people and enemies with Alex's face, which is really Olsen. Alex sees the two-headed skeleton in casket 3A, and this manifests into a hallucination of a creature with two heads, which again turns out to be Fliss, Julia, or Conrad, depending on story direction. Joe the soldier at the beginning of the game looks at a picture of his son, and then sees his son as a hallucination, which is actually his friend Charlie. And then Fliss, when leaving the cargo hold and ballroom, will see what appears to her at least to be a Grim Reaper. She sees this due to staring at a poster on the ship of the Grim Reaper, but this is in fact Brad, who has just fallen down off a ledge. So the SS Orang Medan. This ship was apparently a real-life ship which, according to urban legend at least, went missing in the 1940s. Many theories abound as to what caused the fate of the ship and its crew, the most popular of them being that the ship was in fact transporting chemical substances such as potassium cyanide or nitroglycerin and even nerve agents. Allegedly, water entered the cargo hold which caused a reaction with whatever it was transporting, and toxic and hazardous gases were released, killing the crew. Some reports even state that the ship exploded and sank. But anyway, that's what inspired the story for Man of Medan, which incidentally is what SS Orang Medan means. SS, which means sailing ship, Orang, which is Malay for man, and Medan, which is the capital city of Sumatra. The ship allegedly became shipwrecked in the Dutch East Indies, which is now called Indonesia. Legend has it that there was a lone survivor, a German man who was found on the nearby Marshall Islands, mentioned the ship was transporting sulfuric acid, which mixed with water, killing the majority of the crew. The man also mentions that the ship was deliberately trying to elude the authorities while transporting its cargo. Mysterious stuff. This matches exactly what Alex finds in the radio room. He finds a nautical map with a route which details a planned route and an actual route, prompting them to suspect that they were trying to stay hidden. But anyway, that pretty much wraps up this video. I hope this one did a good job of explaining what happened and deciphered some of the mystery surrounding
that. Oh my god, I wish the game touched more on like some of those elements, which I understand because, like, you know, it's a mystery, you gotta keep stuff hidden, but like, y'all are right, the lore in this game is so much more compelling than the actual game itself. Oh my gosh. And also, yeah, overall, the lesson we learn here is fuck the US military. They are atrocious. Hand claps for this guy, yeah. Bravo. What's his username? Gaming Harry. I might have to look at some more of his videos, because that was great. Very informative. Why? Why is this still happening? Trying to block Scotland's gender reform. It is the year 2023. Stop trying to halt trans rights. Like, over and over again, I feel like I have to ask, like, why does history seem to be, like, moving backwards in time? Ah, it's awful stuff, and I wish we'd be better in general. And by we, I mean, like, the people in charge. He pretends he's an LGBT ally, but isn't, and really targets the trans community. Time will always repeat itself, no matter what. Sad fact. And I also just hate fake allies like that. They're like, yeah, I support the LGBT community. Yeah, I support the gays. But the trans people, nah, fuck them. Disgusting stuff. Well, overall with this game, again, I'm satisfied with my ending. I feel like we got one of the best endings. Because it would have sucked if, we got rescued, only to be, like, either shot or imprisoned. Hopefully things change with that new PM. Ugh. Yeah, a bit short, but I think I'm just gonna end things here. We made it halfway through our usual time. And again, Friday is Persona 3. I'm totally not gonna be listening to the soundtrack. Like, just on repeat until the day comes. Yes, we do have a plan. Yes, it is Persona 3. I'm gonna buy it right on Thursday. Good stream, thank you. Yeah, also can't wait to play more of these games in the future. Maybe that's what we're gonna do after Persona 3, which who knows how long that's gonna take. Hopefully not, like, 2 years, like Persona 5 did. Yeah, those 100+ hour games, they can go on for a bit. Yeah, maybe after, eventually, when Persona 3 is done, we'll step into Little Hope and hopefully have a better time with it. Ooh, I'm off to party on game release day. Oh, off to a party. Okay. I read that wrong. I thought the game was the party, and it wasn't. So sad. When the hope is little. Yeah, I also hope my copy of Fire Emblem Engage arrives on time. I'm buying the physical release because I enjoy physical releases. I prefer them more than digital versions of games. Yeah, Pokemon Violet was delayed by like 3-4 days for me. So I hope the same doesn't happen with Fire Emblem Engage. And I will romance the sad Archer boy. Trust me, I'll make it so. Hopefully he's a bisexual option. If not, I'll cry. Just a little bit on the inside. Already pre-downloaded Engage. Nice. And I'll remember to post pictures of the tarot cards that come with them. They're gonna look so good. They're gonna be so pretty. But until then, hope you guys have a good rest of the week. I'll see you guys on Friday. Bye, everyone. Goodbye.